senior players, Siddharth Bukapatnam and Swapnil Khare, who's been captaining the side.
Bousher Busters, Abdul Rauf, Adnan Sulheri, Asif Khan, Bilal Mohammed, Fawad Ali, Flory George, Mehdi Hassan, Prithvi Machvi, the captains, Shubhapal, Sid Mehta and Sufyan Mahmood, another experienced player, all-rounder.
Oh yes, the Bousher Busters didn't really give a great account of themselves in the D20. They have a good chance to redeem themselves in this tournament. What's interesting to see is that it's a completely different Qurum Thunder side to what we saw in the Oman D20. Fair enough, it's a good chance for quite a few ones who've missed out, the youngsters as well. Good chance to grab opportunities, Ashok.
Bousher Busters have got experience and they have Adnan Ilyas. He's the elder brother of Oman vice captain Aqib Ilyas, who has been out in recent times due to an injury. So Adnan will carry on his experience along with the other senior players like Sufyan.
Oh, that's Bilal Shah. He was impressive. He was quick. He was fast. He was also very, very smart with his change-ups in the middle. Now he will really hurry the batsman with pace and bounce. Third man in place and a deep square leg as well for that miscued hit. Rest inside the circle. The two power play overs is the license for the Qurum Thunders to go out there and play the big hits. Azad KR signals play. We are all set for ball number 1. And they talk about hurrying the batsman with pace. They steal a quick single as well. Very good cricket. Here we are. So Qurum Thunders are off the mark, beg your pardon, with a quick single.
Naeem and Hashir showing much better understanding than what we saw in the previous match, where we saw 3 run-out dismissals. Here it was a very quick single, and it's always nice to get the first run of the first ball of a match.
Oh yes, that first run from the middle of the bat, you go to the non-striker's end, is a great feeling. We've all played cricket at some point in time, Ashok. We know that feeling.
Absolutely.
It's felt right in the heart.
Yes, quite true. And it's a big relief actually.
You can hear the grunt. He's bending his back. He's bringing in a lot of shoulder as well. He's known to generate pace. Bilal Shah.
Quite a good pacer. Hashir Anwar Dafedar is the batsman who's facing Bilal. Bilal is known to put in a lot of speed during his early spells. So here he is bending his back. The third ball of the over.
Almost getting an inside edge on that one, but the ball not carrying. Pace is one thing, but it's the line and length that will test the batsman. Early days for Bilal Shah's career. He's eyeing a spot in the national team as well. He's plied the trade in junior cricket in Pakistan. He's a hard-working lad. Captain's bowler. There you can see an economy of 5.75 in the D20 in the 2 matches.
Yeah, he needs to put in a better line and length. He's been bowling this last 2 balls way outside the off stump.
Change in field as well. Sweeper cover in place. This time quicker again, hurrying him straight to the fielder at mid-on. Bilal Shah strikes. Hashir departs. And the Bousher Busters are celebrating as well. In the very first over, Bilal Shah's extra pace has just got the batsman in a very hopeless position while playing that pull.
The pace didn't him. The pace was too much. It was a short ball, but trying to get past over the mid-wicket, he only scoops the ball, an easy catch. Hashim Anwar Dafedar goes back for a duck, caught Asif, bowled Bilal, and Qurum Thunders are 1 for 1 of the 4th ball of the match.
More little inside, please. Covering.
What a start here for Bousher Busters, and what a start here for young Bilal Shah as well. Wicket off his 4th delivery. Qurum Thunders winning the toss, opting to bat first. One batsman back in the hut. tournament as well.
Bilal has been putting in a lot of effort in his opening spell. He's already met with success. The pace, the extra pace really got rid
Yes, the ball just climbed on him as well, Ashok, and the extra pace too fast for him to get in position to play that pull. This time, has he found an edge? Not really. For a while, it just looked as if it got the outside edge. Bilal Shah impressive in that first over of his. A wicket and a single. What a start here for Bousher Busters. It's 1 for 1 after the first over.
Yeah.
Sir, middle.
Fawad Ali, left arm medium fast bowler to bowl. The second over of the match. Qurum Thunders 1 for 1 after 1 over. Bilal picking up the first wicket.
Ashok, we saw a lot of these two youngsters in the D20 for Bousher Busters. If it's pace and bounce when Bilal Shah bowls, here it is more of swing and consistency of line and length with Fawad Ali. This time on the full, has he found the fielder? Soft dismissal, a juggle here, a juggle there. But it's wicket number 2 as Qurum Thunders are in a hole at the moment. Fawad Ali strikes in his very first ball and Bousher Busters are getting into their huddle.
Not a great ball to pick up a wicket, but then a very bad shot. Almost a full toss.
You need this kind of luck in cricket. And that was almost grasped as well. He kept his eyes on the ball.
A good catch, finally. And Qurum Thunder loses the second wicket. Rana Naeem goes back. 1 for 2.
Middle stance, sir, middle. थोड़ा सीधा रहो। हाँ ठीक है।
Just straying down line this time. I'll tell you what, it hasn't been a thunderous start here for the Qurum Thunders, but Bousher Busters are making every moment count. Mehdi Hassan with that catch at short third man. Pressure on Qurum Thunders, 2 for 2 in the second over. They won the toss, they've decided to bat first. They're playing catch-up.
Jahanzeb, the new batsman, comes down the line and there's an appeal for caught behind. Fawad almost got his second wicket here.
We'll take a look at that wicket once again. It was a foolish delivery. Tried to slash it hard. Mehdi Hassan with a little bit of a pop-up there, but kept his eye on the ball. Good catch in the end. Qurum Thunders missing some senior players in their side. Prajapati. Oh, this could be close. Mix up. This could be the end. A shy at the stumps. He was nowhere in the frame. Jahanzeb. They're living dangerously. The calling has been hopeless. The shot selection as well. Qurum Thunders are flirting with danger at the moment.
Qurum Thunders almost lost the third wicket here. A very bad call there. And had the ball got the wickets at the non-strikers end, it was end of Jahanzeb.
Oh, he's picked that up. He's picked it with the angle this time. That's a very good looking shot, let me tell you. Ashish may have just played the shot of the evening. It wasn't that bad a delivery, but it's that shot that makes it look so good.
A great shot there. He picks the ball very early and then fights it over the ropes for a well-deserved 6. Qurum Thunders 9 for 2 in the second over.
Oh yes, and it has to be told that they're missing some of their senior most players. Jitinder Singh, Kashyap Prajapati, Ayan Khan, Shoaib Khan for that matter as well. 4 top order batsmen who form the fulcrum, the core of Qurum Thunders. Much better, nicely played, quick single stolen, good cricket here. They're mixing caution with aggression, Qurum Thunder. They are in the rebuilding act.
Yeah, 10 for 2. Qurum Thunders, they need to rebuild the innings here with some quick runs. It's the second over.
What they've done is they have stationed after that big 6 towards square leg. They have a fielder now at deep mid wicket, and mid on goes to long on, and square leg goes towards an unorthodox mid wicket. So they have 2 fielders for the big hits.
Short ball maybe. Up in the air. And a couple there.
Just over Adnan Ilyas. For a while it looked like it was going to him, but another very successful over here for Bousher Busters and Fawad Ali as well. This time took the pace of the ball. The batsman just checked his shot. Adnan Ilyas couldn't do much, but just see it lob over himself. Very fine over. Qurum Thunders in a little bit of a problem at the moment. 2 overs gone. It's 12 for 2.
Bowling change, right arm over the wicket. Good luck.
Yes. Copy.
Sufyan Mahmood introduced into the attack. He'll be bowling the 3rd over. We've so often seen it in the shortest format as the captain tries to play out 3 to 4, 4 to 5 new bowlers up front with new spells, just to ensure the batsmen really don't acclimatize or adapt to them. 7 wickets for him in the D20.
A very experienced bowler, Sufyan. He's played for the national team too. A better delivery. Picks up a single.
Taking the pace of the ball in this format, does it help?
It really helps because the batsmen are always in the mood to hit hard. Aggressive strokes are the norm for a T10 format. So when you take the pace of the ball, then obviously there are going to be some mishits.
Create some doubt as well in the mind of the batsman. The
Right.
ball
Right
not coming
change, right
onto
arm
the
around
bat.
the wicket.
It's a spread out field here. Square leg, deep mid wicket, long on, long off, sweeper cover.
Once again, Sufyan has taken the pace of the ball. He's bowling a tidy line. Doesn't give much to the batsman here. 14 for 2, Qurum Thunders. In the 3rd over of the match, they have lost 2 quick wickets. Trying to rebuild the innings here. Ashish with 8.
Another slower delivery this time, lobbed, much like a flighted delivery, surprising the batsman as well. Now that's Sufyan for you. He's been around Oman cricket for a while, Ashok. You've seen him grow.
Yes, absolutely. He has been in Oman cricket for a long, long time. He has played, he has contributed a lot in the national team development, and he has been a very experienced bowler. Yet again a similar ball. The batsman fails to connect the ball properly and steals a single.
Get the feeling that they're trying to overhit both these batsmen, trying to go too hard at the ball.
Quite true, Mikhail. And that's the reason why they have not been able to hit with Sufyan taking the pace of the ball.
Now that's Prithvi Machi, the captain of Bousher Busters, and he'll be very happy with the way things have panned out in the last 15 minutes. That's because in the first 2 overs, they've got 2 wickets. And we've seen this all through Sufyan's spell right now. He's shifting ends over the wicket, around the wicket. He's trying something different. Down the ground for a single towards long off.
That's the variation which he brings in with the experience. He knows that it's time for bowling a good line and length ball, a time to bowl a short ball, time to take the pace of the ball. He has got all that in his mind, and that's what he has been doing.
He moves back to over the wicket. This time it's been picked up and it falls in no man's land, falls short of the fielder at mid-wicket. They'll settle for a single. Another very fine over. Only 5 runs coming off it. It's been a superb start here for Bousher Busters. 3 gone, it's 17 for 2.
Rana Naeem bowled Fawad for 1, Hashir, Anwar bowled Bilal for duck, Ashish Odetra not out on 10 and Zahanzeb Asghar Ali not out on 5. 17 for 2, Qurum Thunders after 3 overs.
In the shortest formats, your start decides your end. Partnership is the key right now. Fawad Ali with the wicket is riding on a sea of confidence. This time another change of pace here. He's doing a lot of change-ups. Played towards mid-wicket for a single. You've got to be a smart operator in this format, Ashok.
That's what they have been doing. All the 3 bowlers who have been in the picture so far, they have mixed pace. They've brought in the slow balls, brought in a lot of variations, and that's the reason they haven't given much to the Qurum Thunder batsmen. And they're struggling at 18 for 2.
It's a luxury if you're a captain and you've conceded only 18 and taken 2 wickets in the first 3 overs in the T10 format.
They're on top.
Shorter this time. He's connected it. Not really, has he? Over the fielder. Did he back up too early? That's the question that needs to be asked. It kept him interested for a while. But in the end, the Qurum Thunders will celebrate a 6. For a while, it looked like as if it was landing straight into the hands of the fielder there at deep square leg.
One did get a feeling that the player at the boundary had moved in.
Judgment should have been the key. Early days for the youngster. So often a 6 can derail the momentum as well.
Yeah, and a wide ball there by Fawad.
Looked like Roger Federer in operation, the batsman. A 4-handed.
Yeah.
Throwing the bat at virtually everything in the T10 format. Technique can stay aside.
Yeah, you have to score runs.
Oh my God, what was that?
Yet another Federer shot being tried out there.
I have seen a lot of unorthodox shots being played. But I must say that Jahan Zeb is creating his own small little reputation of playing a one-handed shot.
Fawad needs to just keep it simple.
This time very crisp, crunchy drive towards the offside. With all the unconventional hits, we can see a little bit of culture as well in the shot making.
Just a run there, 27 for 2.
By far, it's been the best over for the Qurum Thunder so far. 10 runs already in the first 3 deliveries.
The over has been extended with 2 wides. So here comes Fawad.
You can't place a field for this kind of a shot. Nobody knew where this ball was heading. Just falls short for what would have been another 6 in the over. But Ashish is enjoying himself in the middle and he's chancing his luck as well.
4 crucial runs there for Qurum Thunders, much needed. And this over is turning out to be a real good one for Qurum Thunders.
So fast momentum shifts in the T10 format. Few edges, few middle of the hits, middle of the bats, beg your pardon. And the runs start coming thick and fast.
He took a top edge of the batsman there and fetched him 4 runs just behind the wicketkeeper.
Comedy of errors, yes, no, and in the end a wide will be signalled and a single will be stolen as well. So runs have come really fast in this over for Qurum Thunders.
16 runs of this over so far. And yet 2 balls to bowl for Fawad.
Yes, pressure telling on him, was hit for a 6. And after that he just lost his rhythm in the middle. Now there was no run in this. Yes, no, he's running back. Fawad should have backed up. Was just not alert enough to go behind the stumps.
Yes, another ball which gets run, and it's a boundary there.
I'll tell you what, it's been an over of edges and wides, let me tell you. They've got 2 edges that have gone to the boundary. They've got as many as 3 to 4 wides and a 6, and they're welcoming the runs in style.
37 for 2 with a ball to spare.
Right, there's no method to the madness here for Qurum Thunders. They're accepting everything that's coming their way. Another desperate attempt. But this over has turned out to be a very eventful one.
Fawad definitely struggling. They already conceded 3 wides. Yet another wide here.
This is where I feel maybe they should have had a small little meeting, the wicketkeeper, captain and the bowler, and they should have called Rauf Khan, the wicketkeeper, to stand up to the stumps just to check the batsman from playing the big hits or stepping out.
I think what Fawad is worried is he may be hit for some lusty hits, and that's stopping him bowl his normal line and length.
Just as he spoke about it, but has he found the fielder, and it's been dropped. That's Asif with a drop catch. What should have been a wicket now ends up being a run. 21 runs coming off this over. Qurum Thunders riding on their luck, and some ordinary fielding as well by Bousher Busters helping their cause. Foregone, it's 39 for 2.
Okay. Yeah.
I tell you what, Qurum Thunders have just counter-attacked. Rather, they've been helped by this kind of fielding, which has just become very ordinary. And Asif is stating that he may have lost the ball under lights. No excuses.
The new bowler Mehdi Hassan, a left arm orthodox spinner. A bowling change. Zanzeb on strike.
1.
Jahan Zeb 18 of 10 and Ashish 15 of 10 have taken Qurum Thunders to 40 for 2 in the 5th over. And may I add, after what looked like a very, very slow start, all of a sudden has changed complexion. Picked it this time, but had he found the fielder, this could be a good catch. Oh, what a catch! That's the catch of the tournament and the evening as well so far. The ball was dying and dipping on him. He had to cover a lot of ground. Magnificent, incredible commitment in the middle. We'll have to have this on loop. That's because this catch was always going to be difficult.
Such a spectacular catch. Absolutely the catch of the evening, and possibly one of the best catches we may see in the tournament. A fantastic dive in the front by Shubho.
Shubhopal there with that catch. What I really liked about was the kind of focus he kept after the ball. was with him on impact as well. Ashish Odera has to depart for 15. It's 40 for 3 in the 5th over.
Don't hit me, bhai. Huh?
And just as we come back after the fall of wicket number 3, wicket number 4 as well falls. This time it's Jahan Zeb. So back-to-back wickets here.
For Mehdi Hasan.
Too close to cut, gets an outside edge, and what a catch by Rauf Khan. Never easy when you're slashing, but that's how the Qurum Thunder's story is panning out at the moment. Another wicket falls as Jahan Zeb makes his way to the dugout. He goes for 18 of 11. It's 40 for 4 in the 5th.
More little inside, please. Covering. Left arm round.
What an over this is by Mehdi Hasan. He's struck twice. He's pulled things back. Easily, you can call this a game-changing over as well. This means that 2 new batsmen in the middle. Chonira joins Pranav.
Mehdi Hasan, a fantastic spell so far. 2 more balls. He was on a hat-trick, but Chonira denied him the hat-trick.
Problems plenty here for Qurum Thunders. They need to score at a brisk rate. They need to have a partnership. They can't lose wickets. Short and wide this time. Just slashes that towards cover point. Chonira off the mark as well.
Yeah, a fantastic dismissal and the catch of the evening, and the second one too cramped to go for the cut, and he picks up the 2nd wicket of Jahan Zeb.
How this game has shifted balance in a matter of deliveries. Sometime back, Qurum Thunders were ahead, and all of a sudden, Bousher Busters have pulled things back in their favor. D10 for you. This time quicker through the air, again cramping him for pace. Space, beg your pardon. What an over. It's been top over here by Mehdi, conceding only 3 runs and taking 2 wickets. 5 gone. It's 42 for 4.
इधर 2 ही आएंगे, आप आओ इधर.
Rana Naeem, the first to go, departed for 1. Hashim followed for a duck. Ashish Odera caught by the brilliant Shubho in the deep of Mehdi. The over which got him 2 wickets for 15. Jahan Zeb bowled Mehdi for 18 and 42 for 4 after 5 overs. Qurum Thunders.
Yes, it's been a superb start here by Bousher Busters. They were put into field, and Prithvi Machi will now operate as well from the Oman LNG end. Will be eager to add to the wickets tally. 4 matches for him, just 1 wicket. He's hardly bowled in the D20, but this time around believes he can bring about and make a difference as well. Pressure on Chonira and Pranav, and the next 5 overs are going to be very interesting in context to Qurum Thunders. Did he get an edge on that? Did he get an under edge on that? The reaction says it. Well, we're in for an absolute box office matchup, and to take you through the next 5 overs, it's going to be Suhas Vedam and Shoaib Ahmed.
Good start. यही करेंगे. Good start. चलो चल. ठीक है इजी हो जा, नहीं मारना. बिलाल बैकअप पे आ, बिलाल जाओ थोड़ा आगे.
ओए ओए वो उधर पीछे जा कमले आ जाए
Qurum Thunders losing wickets on a regular basis suddenly.
चले
2 new men at the
थोड़ा
crease
सा
and
बाहर रहेंगे
Bousher Busters would want to make the most of it. Prithvi Machi, the skipper of the side, wants to set a field where he has enough protection at the long on and long off region, because that's where the batters are trying to go. Was that another edge? I think Prithvi is also racing time here. Look how quickly he wipes the disappointment off his face and is getting back to bowling the next one. The keeping has been pretty ordinary from Abdul Rauf. Will this fall safely? Yes, it does. They're going back for the second run as well, and the second run it shall be an under-arm throw. Warm welcome, Shoaib Ahmed. What do you make of the first 5.3?
Well, interesting passage of play right now, and Qurum Thunders are definitely on the back foot in literal terms, if I may add. What a great performance this has been from Bousher Busters. They've come and they've displayed what they're capable of. Here we go again. Big hit. Not timed it too well. Looking for two, but will settle for one.
Rightly so. The second run could have been very difficult, especially with Rauf gearing up for a throw, which is darting into him. Wasn't in control, and it was begging to be taken. Prithvi Machi had to change course, the direction in which he was running in the follow-through. He had to change that, take a U-turn and try his best to reach the ball.
Well, it's time for consolidation from Qurum Thunders. While we say that, there's another big hit towards the boundary. Cow corner is where he's targeting. But a good fielding effort will keep them to 2. End of over number 6. And Qurum Thunders are 48 for 4.
Five bowling options used so far.
Ready, batsman ready, bowler ready.
Bilal Muhammad has picked up a wicket in the only over that he's got. Just gave away one. Fawad Ali in his 2 was very expensive. Picked up a wicket though. Sufyan Mahmood 1 over 5. Mehdi Hassan has picked up 2 wickets and is the pick of the bowlers. That's in the gap. Will fetch them a single for sure. You happy with the fielding effort of Bousher Busters?
Well, they have been decent. They have done pretty well. Have taken a few juggled catches. But in the end, all's well that ends well. Bousher Busters have dropped a few as well, but that shouldn't be on their minds right now. What they need to focus on is on taking wickets and putting pressure on Qurum Thunders, because as of now, it is advantage Bousher Busters.
Someone's got to provide the flourish towards the end, and Chanera trying to be right-handed this time, missed it completely. The spinners in operation have been thinking about outsmarting the batters really well, and that just shows that they've been practicing this a lot.
Well, who amongst those are capable of hitting it big? Swapnil, of course, comes to your mind. Ex-Omani national player. So he will want to hit a few out of the park. Straight all the way to Qurum, maybe.
At the moment, their mum, Qurum Thunders. Oh, that one spun in sharply. He was expecting a little bit more room to work with. The second run could be a challenge. The throw had to be tamed. Abdul Rauf is suggesting that anything better for a throw, and the batter would have been in trouble. Adnan Ilyas apologizing right away.
That's right, the senior campaigner Adnan Ilyas. That throw, had it been on the stumps, it would have been all but over. But just a little wayward, and that gave him that opportunity to get back into the crease just in time.
Didn't get it from the best part of the bat either. Protection in the deep. Runs coming in singles, and Bousher Busters wouldn't mind that though.
This has been a good bowling effort from Bousher Busters, no doubt about that. Had they been told before the match started that this is where Qurum Thunders would be at the mark of the 7th over, they would have been very, very happy with that performance. And so they should be. But it's important that they finish off well as well.
Very good delivery. You talked about finishing off well. What better than that one?
Over.
Dot ball to finish. 7 overs gone. 53 for 4.
मेहदी इधर आ मेहदी बिलाल थोड़ा बाहर रहेगा सूफी भाई आप वो सही खड़ा आप अंदर हो जाओ रीड करता रहे
7 overs gone, 53 for 4 Qurum Thunders. 3 more overs to go. Where do you think they'll end up at? So give us a prediction.
चले ठीक है
Straight down the ground. Picks up a single. 3 overs. I think if these two can hang around, then you're talking about 80.
ठीक है
If not, a wicket falls over here. They might fold before 80.
ओए
Right, so that's the prediction from Suhas. He's just had a sneak into his crystal ball, and he's come up with that magical number 80. Qurum Thunders, can they do it? Konira is on 5 of 7. Pranav is on 9 of 9. Runner ball is the best as of now. Can they get and break those shackles? Way outside off Prithvi Machi. And it has been deemed as a legal delivery, so that'll be a dot ball.
As an umpire, I feel you always got to concentrate till the last moment, and also sometimes keep your ears a little shut too. Reason being, the keeper would always say very well bowled, even on this occasion.
Oh yes, absolutely, and I'm sure these umpires are well above all those tricks of the trade. They know by experience whether that ball is a legal delivery or not.
Yeah, Hare Krishna has gone through with a shot. He might find the fielder. Takes it on the bounce there. Fawad Ali would have had a thought in his mind for just a nanosecond whether to go for it. Decided to stay back and stop the boundary.
relax now.
Oh yes, wise thing to do. Singles won't hurt Bousher Busters from here on. But we saw in the first game, even 96, 98 odd runs were not chaseable. They lost by, 30 odd runs. But meanwhile, Pranav has lost his cool. That is not needed. It's not always about bang bang. You need to play some really proper cricketing shots and still get those runs. Pranav fails, and wicket number 5 for Qurum Thunders.
Tactical from Prithvi Machi, looking at the batter till the last moment, firing it outside off. That just held its line. There was no intention from the bowler to try and turn that ball. Abdul Rauf does the rest. Pranav Atavale walks for 9. 56 for 5, Qurum Thunders.
नहीं उधर से वो स्टैंड आप करेंगे बात कर ले मच्छी से बात कर ले ए भाई नेक्स्ट थोड़ा क्लोज हो जो घूमना हो अपनी मर्जी से खड़े हो गए तुम लोग
7.4 overs. Samay Srivastav is the new man in. Leggy. Number 29 jersey. And they take a single, scamper through for a run.
He's got one more ball to go. He's bowled really well, Prithvi, in this over.
We didn't see him bowl a lot in the D20, did we, Prithvi Machi? Was not a regular feature in the Bousher Busters bowling lineup, but here he's bowling as if he's been bowling for quite some time.
And he's bowling really well as well, according to a plan that he set for himself and his side. Oh, the plan's worked over here. It's scooped straight up in the air, but will land in no man's land. 2 more runs. Prithvi Machi has done more running than the batters today.
And that too of his own bowling, because he's the sole man who believed that could have been converted into a catch, but only if he was Superman.
Well, that was another poor shot, dragging it from outside off onto the onside. Never going to be able to connect that. Not even a chance, but look at that intent from Prithvi Machi. He definitely raises the bar of fielding right here at the Amerat cricket grounds. 8 overs gone. Qurum Thunders are 59 for 5.
Batsman batting. Move forward. Covering. Ready.
2 overs left. Qurum Thunders are 59 for 5. Bilal bowling his last over of the allotted quota of 2 overs. Not a big burst of spell, but very effective. And bowls well, starts off well on the stumps. Catch it is the call. And he's taken that low catch. Very, very well done. That's his second catch.
Shubho it is, the man with the golden arm. Count him for 2 fielders, not 1. He's so agile. And he's got a great pair of hands. Recognizes the opportunity early as well. There was a bit of overrunning, but still he stabilized himself to pouch that one. Fantastic work from Shubho, and that would mean the end of Samesh Srivastava. Goes for 1, 59 for 6.
Samesh Srivastava walking back, scoring 1 of 2. Qurum Thunders are now 59 for 6. So 8.1 overs. Qurum Thunders are 59 for 6. Bilal gets another wicket. And that magic ball prediction of 80 from Suhas looks like a distant dream now. Not all's over yet, but they still have a chance of getting to that 80-run mark.
Every time you say crystal ball, I'm just looking. I'm just wondering where have I kept it. It might help me in a lot of other things as well.
It's all in the mind, my friend.
The change in pace seems to work. With Bilal, you expect pace, and the lack of it can trouble you as a batter. I think the plan's simple, Shoaib. For Chonera, keep it outside off. Make him play the cross-batted shot. Make him fetch it from outside off. Don't give it to him in his radar. And with change in pace, there's always a chance of a top edge.
Well, Adnan has to be bowling on the stumps, has to be more attacking. Short ball. Apologies, Bilal is the man in question.
But he's mixing up nicely. One slower delivery now with a quick short ball. He's not letting Ayyappa settle down.
Well, with the lower batting order, I would definitely want him to be attacking the stumps a lot more rather than mixing it up. Test your ability. Try to get wickets on whatever deliveries you've left in your kitty.
Ayyappa is wondering if I could not intercept that while I was walking down the track. There was no chance that I stayed put. It is a legal delivery though, and that's what matters for Bilal. This time it will be a single. 2 for 2. That's what his score reads with 2 more balls to go.
What a great bowling performance this has been from Bilal. Just 2 runs in a D10 format, where every batter is coming out with just one intention: to hit the ball out of the park.
What's this one going to be, Shoaib?
A dot ball.
I meant where? Was it going to be a Yorker? Oh, well. Is that taken? That's taken. What a catch. When was the last time you thought a Yorker could be a top edge? And Rauf has pulled something out of his magic hat. What a catch this one is. There's a bit of laundry to do, but that's all right.
Well, what a great bowling performance this has been from Bilal. Of course, credit has to go to the keeper Rauf as well. Diving and taking that catch. Eyes on the ball. Made sure those big gloves were under the ball at the right time. And that means Ganesh Chandrasekhar is out on a golden duck. 60 for 7, Qurum Thunders.
Bouncer.
"60 for 7 with the ball to go. Bilal picking up more wickets than runs conceded. Oh, what a delivery to finish off. This man's been a bowling machine today. Pinpoint accuracy and a dot ball to finish. 9 overs gone, 60 for 7. Qurum Thunders desperate to find ways to score runs.
Hey, sir. Shubhu. थोड़ा आ गया जल्दी आ फ्लोरी आशा भाई सीधा इधर को
9 overs gone, 6 legal deliveries left, and they bring on their experienced Sufyan Mahmood into the attack. Everything right about the captaincy today from Bousher Busters.
Absolutely, now this is the field for the right-hander. He's got to pierce the gap and try and go inside out to score in the extra cover region. There is a sweeper in place though, as far as leg side's concerned.
Outside off cut, but doesn't have the legs to go all the way. It'll just be a couple of runs more added to the total. Qurum Thunders move on to 62 now. And that's definitely a below par score, Suhas.
They're just finishing off, left of finishing it off. As far as the leg side's concerned, there is protection at the cock corner as well now. Seems to be below par, looking at the previous game. The wicket hasn't changed much though.
Excellent.
He's looking at the umpire in dismay. He was praying that those arms stay put alongside the umpire and do not spread. Siddharth doesn't mind.
Let's look at that in the replay. We've got that privilege. But it was on the line, I feel. Marginal and a good call. In an umpire's call in true sense of the word.
That's slapped away straight down the ground. Midon and Midoff have been pierced so nicely. And it's still a cross-batted stroke. It's not a straight-batted stroke. Siddharth finds ways of scoring runs.
Oh, that's right. Siddharth Bukkapatnam playing that straight as an arrow between the long off and the long on fielder. Always a safe place to hit those shots.
Not for the umpire.
Slow delivery outside off. Will only be a single.
Sufyan Mahmood for the moment is playing a game of how slow am I going to bowl.
So he bowls a slower ball and then he bowls an even slower ball. Slow, slower and slowest is what he's trying to bowl right now.
Absolutely, Shoaib. And that too, he's got different kinds of slow one. One that comes from the side of the arm, and then the very slow one which allows the batter to take a cup of tea and then come back and play. That one comes from rotating the wrist completely. Absolutely, isn't it? So one from the side of the arm, one the turn back kind of a slower delivery from the back of the hand. What's the other one? Rolls his fingers over.
I think the knuckle ball also. This time it's a quicker delivery around the wicket. There's some bat onto it. And that's why the umpire says not out, just a single.
How cruel can this game be for a batter if he's stuck at the crease? Ayappa is finding that out at the moment. 10 or 15 in a game that's
सर्कल पे फिनिश
considered to be very lively.
बैकअप लास्ट नहीं
Not
करना
good
बॉल
enough.
दे देना हाथ में
Qurum Thunders would want to believe they can finish off on a high, and that is if they find a boundary
दौड़ के ला
in this ball. Then they can carry the momentum. Sufyan Mahmood would be telling himself a dot ball or a wicket. It's the same.
Last ball and
Easy,
has been
easy,
played
easy.
straight back to the bowler. And to add insult to injury, they've lost a wicket as well. So a brilliant performance from Bousher Busters. They've actually busted Qurum Thunders in this first innings. Brilliant with the ball, good fielding, good captaincy, good catches. Everything right about Bousher Busters in this first half of the second game of Oman D10.
Oh, well, had a great presence of mind. Ayappa really had no chance. Ayappa was struggling at the strikers' end, even more so than on strikers, it seems. 10 overs gone, 69 is what Qurum Thunders have got. Bousher Busters would be looking at 70.
Right, so halfway through the mark, let's head towards Mikhail, who's along the sidelines, and he's got a special guest alongside him.
Well, Qurum Thunders in the dugout of theirs will have a little bit of talking and introspection to do. I have with me Samay Srivastav. Samay, 69 for 8. Would you have settled for this at the start?
It's not a good score for us. We were planning for something 90 around, 80, 85 around. But it's okay. We have a good bowling. We can defend it.
How different is the pitch from what you played in the Oman D20 to the T10? Has it been a lot of wear and tear, or it's still similar to what it was?
Little bit wear and tear. And ball is also changed now. So it's little bit different for us.
Right.
Yeah.
I believe a lot of senior players are on national duty, so has that actually derailed your plans and strategy, or you don't want to talk about that and say, what's there on the park is what we deliver?
We have a good bench strength. So it's not an issue for us. But yes, we have six major players for our team. So it's okay. We can know that. We have win more matches with these guys. So it's okay for us.
Right, you come from Madhya Pradesh. India time right now, it's 13th, so happy birthday. I believe it's your birthday.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Right, that's Samay Srivastav there from Qurum Thunders. It's back to the commentators.
Well, thank you, Mikhail, and birthday wishes for the birthday boy. Hope he has a good birthday. But right now, Qurum Thunders do not have a good night. Rana Naeem scoring 1 of 2. Hashir Dafedar gone for a duck. Ashish Odedara 15 of 11. Jahanzeb 18 of 11. So nobody actually stood up today in that Qurum Thunders batting lineup. And the highest scorer was, of course, Jahanzeb scoring 18 of 11 deliveries.
The way those runs are coming, it's over with Dora batters. After that, nothing much to talk about. Bilal Mohammed picking up 3 wickets with that economy. Unreal. Just 1 run. Was he bowling in the nets? No, this is a cricket match. Fawad Ali picked up a wicket too. Mehdi Hassan picked up 2. Bilal Mohammed, the pick of the bowlers, having a dream with a ball in hand today. Let's have a look at the way the match panned out in the first 10 overs. Qurum Thunders got to 69 as breaks were applied with wickets at regular intervals. Full toss and a bit of a juggle, but that catch was taken.
Well, not that I was there at the pitch report, but I don't understand the reason why teams are deciding to bat first on a slow wicket, where we've seen even in the first innings the score was around the 90s and could have been very well chased down. Now we'll have to see whether that story continues or not, but overall Bousher Busters have done really well in this first half of the second game, and that is due to some really good catching. That was the catch of the night so far.
Catching has been excellent today from Bousher Busters, as you said, Shoaib. And Abdul Rauf has been tremendous behind the wicket. When the batsman ventures out, Shubho needs a special mention. And a Yorker generates a top edge and a good catch. Did he take the catch and then dive, or is it a diving catch? That's a question for another day. Bukka Putnam did try to score some runs, but Sufyan Mahmood, in the gentlest of manners, brought an end to a poor batting outing for Ayappa. Bousher Busters need 70 in their 10 overs. Will they be able to get there? We'll find out after a short breather. Don't go anywhere.
We're all set for the chase in the second match of the evening on the Super Saturday. Qurum Thunders versus the Bousher Busters, coming to you live from the Oman Cricket Academy. And what a match so far it's been. The Bousher Busters have bowled exceptionally well to keep the Qurum Thunders to 69 in their first essay. And now it's up to the batters to come out. Azad KR and Hari Krishna, the two umpires officiating this game, making their way to the middle. And can the Bousher Busters start off on a confident note, on a winning note? They were off colour in the Oman D20. This is their chance to redeem themselves. And the batsmen make their way to the centre, just the right time to welcome Suhas Vedam in the com box.
Thank you very much, Mikhail. 70 looks chaseable. The wicket hasn't changed at all. We were talking about the second game, second innings. Probably by that time the wicket might change a little. No, it's playing true. Muniz, he will have a big role to play. Picking up early wickets is one of those. Prithvi Machi, as a skipper, he's doing everything that he can. He'll run around, generate those extra yards in pace to try and get to the ball every time it's skied. And as far as batting is concerned, puts his hands up, wears the pads and says, I'll open.
You need such characters in the side. You need men who can show up, who can stand out, who can deliver. Asif, what a fine player he's been for Bousher Busters. One of the top run getters during the Oman D20 for the Bousher Busters.
Watch out for those drives. Loves them. Anything in his arc, he won't leave it alone. These are his D20 stats. 9 sixers. The strike rate of 123.85. It's going to change a little. It's going to drastically improve if he faces even 8 balls and finds the boundaries on a regular basis, which he shall. Prithvi Machi, on the other hand, 6 sixers hit. Number of them 456.84. Watch out for that strike rate. It's tailor-made for T10. And those are his D20 stats.
Absolutely. Prithvi Machi's strike rate was clearly grabbing attention here in the com box. And they'll be up against a man who's done very good in the D20. 6.83 any day is a win.
Watch out for those slower deliveries with the slinking action. Pollard is still wondering how that one went through when he got out first ball, or he has to recalibrate the line. Wide signaled. Runs have started to tick. The balls haven't.
And they can't afford to really bowl these extras because they're defending a meager 69. In just a matter of time, that can be completed. The stage is set at the moment. Two fielders deployed outside the 30-yard circle. One at third man and the other. It looks like there's just one fielder at the moment deployed on the ropes. In fact, fine leg and third man are in position. It's a conventional field set.
Wide ball signaled again. Muniz Ansari is wondering if it was really a wide, but that's how strict the umpire shall be. Anything down the leg side, even slightly, the arms will spread. 2 runs on the board, and extras are those. No bat involved.
The best part for Bousher Busters, they can get to the target at a fairly brisk rate without much fuss, and if they're helped by these wayward deliveries, it's all the more easy for them. And all of a sudden, fine leg has come into the circle, and you have a deep square leg in position now for the pull.
I think it's going to be a double bluff. He's going to still target being right up there. There you go. He's not going to bowl a shorter delivery anytime soon.
Suhas thinking like a bowler here in the com box.
They're just wondering, he hasn't got the rhythm right to be bowling a short ball first up.
Absolutely, with a slingy action, effort has to be more. Adnan, Ilyas, ready. We've seen him play the big innings in the D20. When he hits, the ball disappears.
Yeah, tried and tested veteran. Oh, that's a good delivery. There's a hint of swing, and that's so late. The batter has to tackle that. Prithvi Machi was trying to open the face of the bat and guide it in the gap for a single. Didn't get it from the best part of the bat. Now he's tapping the surface, telling it not to misbehave. But it's not the surface, he's done him in the air.
Oh yes, and maybe that foot as well. I'll tell you what, no panic here for Bousher Busters. Had they been chasing 100 by now, Prithvi Machi would have been playing the 360.
Doesn't get into the gap. The single was a second thought. Well, what is he trying to do? He was trying to save his head. In the process, had it hit his glove, could have been a different story.
Oh yes, that was quite a wayward throw, should I say. The height of that throw concerned the batsman, who was more worried about protecting himself than actually getting back into the crease.
I think he got on the hop literally when he did that jump. Now this, of course, is the slinky action coming through. And you see that one of those boots has tape in it. Now why do you have tape on the boot? To allow that extra bit of space for your thumb to peek through. And you sometimes have the hole as well on the shoe. Oh, that's gone for 4. No, it hasn't. It might stop. It eventually does. Oh, it's a direct hit as well. We're not short of action. It's just that the timing of the direct hit is wrong. Asif was quick enough to get to the other end.
And you get the feeling that Qurum Thunders in the field don't have that spark and intensity. Fairly understandable. Ganesh Chandrasekhar there. Not happy with that effort of his. But when you're defending 69, two ways. You either give it all or you either give up very early. And at the moment, the body language not exuding much of confidence. Firstly, the ball died. Didn't have the legs to go to the boundary. But then the throw as well.
Did he not get it from the best part of the bat then? Muniz Ansari is taking his left arm out.
Shorter this time. He's miscued the pull. Fielder coming underneath that. It'll be taken as well. So the Muniz juggernaut continues across the D10 as well. This time just hurrying him with pace and no position here to play that pull. And Asif will have to walk back. Big wicket this for Qurum Thunders.
They needed a wicket, Qurum Thunders, and Muniz Ansari has provided that. Kept his eyes on the ball to the last moment and completed the catch really well. Muniz Ansari's plan to go short ball has worked. Asif Khan walks for a runner ball too. The double Bs lose their first for 5.
Muniz Ansari strikes in his very first over. Danger man Asif Khan back in the dugout. In comes Adnan. And Bousher Busters still don't need to press any kind of panic button because they're chasing a meager 69, but they'll need to move on from here. Qurum Thunders will have to keep striking at regular intervals. Machi as well has taken his time.
Was looking to the last moment if Samir finds a way to leave the ball. But he was calm and collected. 1 over gone, 5 for 1. First over done and dusted with 5 for 1 Bousher Busters. That dugout is a little worried. That's because of the loss of an early wicket. Ball's been handed to Ganesh Chandrasekhar. Look at the 4-wicket hauls. 2 of them. This is a key bowler for Qurum Thunders in the D20s. And I think nothing much will change in D10 too.
Oh yes, for the longest part of the D20 tournament, he was one of the top wicket takers. Nicely played down the ground. It'll be a single towards mid-on. Just coming back to the total, Suhas. When you're chasing something like 69, one good over, everything goes to the chasing side. The situation is such that Qurum Thunders can only win this game through wickets.
Ganesh Chandrasekhar wants to make a tweak to the field. All right. Fine legs inside the circle. So is third man. Man for the cut shot, then extra cover and cover in place. So that's the angle which takes the ball away from the charging batter. But it's well within the rights. Prithvi Machi has played a dot ball. At the end of the day, Ganesh Chandrasekhar has to be lauded.
And Machi is doing the right thing. The intent is right. You have the power play going on. You want to maximize as much as possible. You've got to chance your luck as well. Few runs in this over and everything changes in favor of Bousher Busters.
Nikhil, what do you think the batter was trying to do? Was he trying to go inside out on the offside, or at the same time is trying to go leg side? This time sitting back in the crease, allowing himself that extra bit of time to face the ball as well. He's pierced it in the gap and picked up two.
So I'll tell you what, I don't know much about inside out, but he was trying to hit it out for sure. That's Prithvi Machi, very unconventional. That's how he plays his cricket.
Yeah, Prithvi Machi, unconventional, unpredictable.
Not a bad start here for Qurum Thunders.
That's all because of that early wicket. And Ganesh is in search of the second one. Where will it land? In the hands of the fielder? No, it doesn't. They cannot afford to put opportunities like these down. Qurum Thunders. Prithvi Machi survives, and how costly will that miss be? Only time will tell. Samay is the man.
It went to one of the better fielders in the Qurum Thunders ranks, Samay Srivastav. He had to run back, never easy. But these half chances need to be converted when you're defending 69. That should have been taken. It could have easily been wicket number 2.
Oh, that's hit really, really well. That'll travel the distance as well. In fact, the fielder himself suggests Ganesh Chandrasekhar was preparing to bowl to a batter who stays in the crease, not the one that charges towards him.
And this is like a dagger in the heart of Samay Srivastav. A ball earlier, he drops him. And the very next delivery, Prithvi Machi dispatches Ganesh Chandrasekhar over mid-wicket for a 6. Once again, just stepping out and playing it on the front foot. Quite a shot.
A moment ago, it looked like Prithvi Machi was unsettled. Not now. He wants to unsettle the bowler's line and length. Charging towards him. Posting that ball over mid-wicket for 6. Oh, this is skied up in the air and is begging to be taken. And will be taken. Ayappa doesn't make a mistake. Prithvi Machi lives by the sword, dies by the sword. Has finally found a way to get back to the pavilion while he was kissing the clouds with his shots.
One too many here for Prithvi Machi. Sliced it this time, went high up in the air. Chonirayappa was calm and composed, and look at the conviction in that catch that he's taken. Prithvi Machi, the captain of Bousher Busters, departs for 11. It's 16 for 2 after 2 overs.
Abdul Rauf comes to the middle. Abdul Rauf, 222 runs. 114.43 the strike rate. He opens the batting and sets the ground on fire when it comes to D20. Provided such good starts for his side, scores 50s for fun, and assumed a lot of responsibility when his team needed him the most. Abdul Rauf comes to the middle.
And so as we go back to the D20 formation, Rana Naeem meanwhile, he'll begin proceedings. Change in bowling. Coming back to Rauf, he opened the innings of Bousher Busters in the D20. A change in responsibility and role for him here.
Oh, he'll be telling himself, I'm just 2 overs late to bat.
Oh, yes. What an impact he had for Bousher Busters.
Oh, he's coming set. That's flying. We'll go fetch the ball. What a way to welcome Naeem. First ball in the slot. Abdul Rauf says first ball for me as well. But it's going to take a while for you to retrieve this one.
And in the process, what Abdul Rauf has told the dugout and the management is, what were you doing keeping me in the dugout for the first 2 overs? I need to be in the middle. What a statement. What a shot.
All twos now on the board. 22 for 2.
And it's 2022.
Absolutely right. So I think he's speaking at the right time, you mean?
But that shot clearly suggested he's one man who can really punch above his weight. And the pressure is on Naeem. He's conceded 6 of the very first delivery. And that's what I keep talking to you about. When you're chasing 70, when you get one good over, the game is finished.
Rauf did not look at the scorecard when he came out to bat. He just looked at the ball and that was in a slot.
So that's precisely why, in a match like this, they can really help the net run rate as well.
It definitely will, but Mikhail, I think they will not be looking at a net run rate at the moment because the situation is not sorted for Bousher Busters. It's just one hit. And you've seen so often in this format as well, one wicket brings another. So it's important to not get ahead of oneself. You're right when you said Naeem is under pressure after that shot. It would be very interesting to see how Naeem comes back. Is it going to be a slower one slightly outside off?
Well, he needs a dot ball. Otherwise, the pearls of sweat on his forehead will multiply. Let me tell you that.
Oh, that was slower, yes, but that's flying at the same speed. It's landed in the same area. I think Rauf's quietly suggesting the skipper that Qurum Thunders might need a fielder outside the rope.
And he's making 6 hitting look so easy, effortless, a little bit of a shuffle, and went through that extension over the cow corner region into the 5th or 6th tier. And Adnan Ilyas is happy being a spectator at the non-strikers end. And I'll tell you what, the ball is disappearing every delivery.
It's never easy to find a white dot in a sea of blue. But our ground staff, they'll do their best. Let's have a look at those 2 big hits back to back. This should be titled Welcome Naeem. First one. And the second one in the same area. Perhaps a replay of that shot. This was a slower delivery from Naeem, but the result did not change. It thudded into the sea of blue.
Oh, yes. And the problem here with Naeem is not learning from that mistake. He needs to change that length. All right, we can have a look at Abhishek Shekhawat, the commercials and game development head of Oman Cricket, the man who's practically brought about a sea of change in the way cricket is now being played in Oman.
There was a second from the right to your screen. And on either side of him are our commentators. And then, of course, Shreyas towards the leftmost. Muniz Ansari had to tame the ball which misbehaved at the last moment. Didn't cost much. Rauf picking up a single and now thinking like a top order bat.
Covering. Right arm over.
Looks a very strong middle order here for Bousher Busters. Adnan Ilyas and Rauf are holding fort, stitching a very vital partnership. Have started to get runs at a brisk rate as well. Pressure on Naeem. Much better delivery this time.
This one cut back in. Very good delivery for a new batter. What those 2 shots from Rauf has done is that allows Adnan to play that dot delivery as well.
Taken on the full this time, plays toward the mid-wicket region. Sensible cricket rotate the singles. You've got the big hits. 14 runs have already come off this over in the first 4 deliveries. He's easy sailing here for Bousher Busters.
Could that have been the plan? Go big in the first 2. Even if you lose a couple of wickets. Or, ideally the plan should have been reassessed after the first 2. Now the bowler was interested for something.
Over.
End of the over, says the umpire. Dot ball to finish. We'll talk about it when we come back. 3 overs gone, 30 for 2. Prithvi Machi, 11 of 9. He was the first to go. Asif Khan was the first to go. Then came Prithvi Machi. Played beautiful shots, but Pradesh for 11. Adnan Sudebri has walked in and scored a runner ball too. Abdul Rauf was setting the ground on fire with 2 back-to-back sixers to open his account.
70 to get, 30 on the board, another 40 more. Samay Srivastav, the leggy, had an ordinary outing with the bat, dropped a catch in the field. There's still an opportunity for him. And remember, we are talking IST, Suhas, then it's his birthday as well. 29-year-old Samay Srivastav is playing for Oman A. 3 wickets for him at the moment in the D20. Slightly higher on the economy as well.
May I ask you, 29-year-old for jersey number 29 in India or in Oman at the moment? Samay Srivastav, will he get another reason to celebrate today?
Oh yes, can he make it a happy birthday for himself? Quicker through the air, Samay Srivastav getting some turn as well. Sufyan Bilal, how well he bowled this evening. He was quick.
I think that seems to be the order of the day. Be quicker and target the legs of the batter.
Okay.
Samay is quite content doing that.
They're almost going at 9 and over at the moment. It's no rush, no hurry for Bousher Busters. Wickets.
Rauf has dealt with the pacers nicely. What about the spinner? Will he take that chance?
Once again goes big this time. And he does it in style. The elevation, the distance and the conviction in his shot making shows that he is in red hot form at the moment. And Bousher Busters are cruising along this target of 70.
What a great hit. For the moment, Rauf is suggesting leg side is my first love. Everything else in this world stands apart. Anything in the slot is been disappearing into the night sky. This man's serious talent. Abdul Rauf, 19 of 5. He's cut that with all his might. Will find a fielder this time. Will pick up a single. But that's the thing with Abdul Rauf. He's dismantling the bowler in the first half of the over, allowing you the rhythm to play those singles in between. Only attack in the second half of the over if it's there to be hit.
And the best part is Adnan Ilyas is being the perfect foil in just nudging it around like this one for singles. Now this is what you call constructing a chase. And they're doing it very well. Senior players have to set the right precedent in the middle.
This was great stuff again. Moniz Ansari took a little bit of time to dispatch the ball, and that is when a single was on offer. This was decided. Samay Srivastava would be little irked because now he's bowling to both the batters. He's not allowed to get settled. Oh, he's found a way to pick up a single off that one as well. That was a good throw though. Adnan was racing against a quick-paced throw, but the stalwart makes it in time. 4 overs gone.
And Samay Srivastava is not happy with Ganesh Chandrasekhar's effort over there. He's saying you've got to get quicker to it. Very good running.
Good luck complaining the fast bowler's arm from the inside 30-yard circle, isn't it? Inside the 30-yard circle. 4 overs gone. 40 for 2 with the double Vs. That's been the bowling effort. 4 bowlers used so far. And Muniz Ansari and Ganesh Chandrasekhar have been amongst wickets. Ganesh has been a little expensive in his first over, but not as much as Rana Naeem. The first wicket fell for 5, the second one for 16. Thereafter, these two have batted so very well.
Going at 10 and over at the moment, Bousher busters, and they decide to bring in the key bowler, Muniz Ansari.
I think it's a good tactic though. 4 men inside the circle on the off. He's got a fine leg inside the circle. Mid wicket in place. Mid on. Muniz Ansari. The engine was revving. And he's suggesting something did not go according to his plan. He's taken the hop in the run-up probably at the wrong time.
I'll tell you, Suhas, it's not easy being a bowler when you're defending 70 on this surface. You're always bowling in with a lot of pressure, and you were right. The hop there. Missed his run-up. They've taken the power play as well, applying pressure. They have to go all out at the opposition at the moment.
Oh, he's gone through with this one as well. The fielders would be spectators. He's hitting them cleanly. Roff is now playing a battle of how big is he going to hit, because there is a sense of disrespect and irreverence to what's called a boundary rope in our game.
Absolutely. Once again, it was in the slot, and it's the same area where he's targeted. It's the long gone mid-wicket region that he's fancied, and he's done it with sublime timing. Not much the bowlers can do, and the fielders can only remain spectators.
I thought Qurum Thunders were doing a brilliant job by bringing Muniz, the key bowler, at a time when they're telling him, we are fine with you being done and dusted in the first 5 overs, but provide us a wicket. But Roff is treating him like any other bowler. Look at this one sail as well. Roff has forgotten their fielders in the deep.
And I'll tell you what, that dugout as well, they're all on their feet. That's because they're now sensing a comfortable victory. That's because Abdul Rauf has come and just dispatched all bowlers on all parts of this ground. He's made batting look so very easy. 33 and 9. He's saying, let me do it. I'm having a field day.
That dugout is extremely happy indeed. 2 balls in this over. Both of them have disappeared into the stands. Muniz Ansari has to bring his experience into play. That's crisply struck as well. Oh, this should be the shot of the day. There was a fielder in the deep, but he hits it only just enough to tease him till the end and then eventually fetch it for 4. This is magnificent stuff. Rauf is a man who looks for sixers, but when the ball is there to be driven, doesn't shy away from opening the textbook.
Oh yes, and I just wonder what's going through Muniz Ansari's mind at the moment. Nothing going his way. We talk about the timing, but this time it's the placement as well that Abdul Rauf brings to 4. Not easy being Muniz Ansari at the moment. 6, 6, 4. 3 more deliveries to be bowled, and Rauf Khan is looking like tormentor chief.
Every single ball's had an appointment with the boundary rope. Are we heading towards an early finish? He tried his best and he might have succeeded. No, there is a fielder in the deep. Ganesh Chandrasekhar. He's picked up a single. Rauf single-handedly has taken the game away. And Mikhail, let's rekindle the conversation that you came up with. It's called, we'll get to it after these 3 sixers. The first one was big. Then came the bigger one. And if you're trying to teach superlative to your kids, the biggest is what is falling in order. This was a beautiful stroke. Inside out, in the gap, gets 4. Mikhail, you were talking about something called the net run rate at a time when people are trying to put the points table get going. The first column, you being far-sighted, we're looking at the last column, and that might be in play.
Absolutely. You're chasing 70, your best opportunity to go all out at this target, and I've really liked the counter-attack by Abdul Rauf. You've got to back yourself in situations like this. It's a half a side Qurum Thunders. By the time they come back again, they'll be a full side. Take full advantage of the situation and get your net run rate on top as well.
Absolutely. Qurum Thunders, many of them are on national duty. Oh, the fielders have been spectators usually in this over. That hasn't changed even if this inside the circle. They're finding ways to score boundaries. What an over this has been. 22 of it, 5 overs gone, just 8 away from victory here. The double Bs. Inside out, really no chance. This man has brought a protractor. He is finding the gaps with ease. At the halfway mark, just 8 away from victory. Adnan's played the second fiddle. Rauf has dismantled the opposition. 42 of 12. Change in voices. We've got Shoaib Ahmed and Mr. Ashok Purohit to take you through.
Thank you, Suhas. 5 overs have been bowled so far, and it's already been all about Bousher busters and the prolific big hitting from the bat of Rauf and Adnan. Adnan has just been a second fiddle so far. Joining me in the comm box is Ashok. Ashok, what a great performance this has been.
Absolutely thrilling all the way. Abdul Rauf and Adnan playing the perfect seniors role. Abdul Rauf has been batting spectacularly. He's been on fire actually, taking the...
Well, stepping down the track and looking for those big hits, but I think right now the idea and the plan should be Adnan taking that single and giving the strike back to Rauf, who would want to hit those winning runs.
A much deserved half century if possible.
Again, stepping down the track and taking that single, giving the strike back to Rauf. Now, from here on, 7 more runs needed, 8 for Rauf to get to that 50-run mark. Everything possible. Can he do it? Can he get to that 50? The first 50 of Fan Code Oman D10.
And what a style it would be if he accomplishes it.
Outside off, high and handsome. Fielder coming underneath it and takes a very, very good catch. No, he doesn't. Drops it and lobs it over the boundary ropes for a 4.
He's on course, Shoaib. He's on course for the first 50 of the tournament on the opening day. What else do we want in a D10 format?
Absolutely. This time it should have been taken. Chandrasekhar Ganesh is the man in question. Did everything right. In fact, it's Rana Naeem, the fielder, who's grasped that and adding insult to injury. Not only dropped the catch, but also conceded 4 runs. Samay Srivastav. Bad ball, wide. You don't want to be bowling wide at this time. 2 more needed.
Could he hit a boundary to finish the match in style, as well as accomplish his personal milestone?
Outside of 13 balls, 46. In fact, with that dot ball, 14 balls for his 46. Just 1 shot away for another brilliant performance from Rauf. He was very good with the bat in the T20 as well, the D20 format.
He's taken it from there. A huge hit, a mammoth shot, and he's out.
Well, that is such an anticlimax for such a great performance coming in from Rauf. He did the job for his team, wanted to go for that glory shot, play that high and handsome, get those winning runs, and also his 50. But that we'll have to wait for another day. As of now, credit has to go to Rauf. The way he's batted with a lot of intent, a lot of aggression, and has almost taken Bousher busters home.
A stellar innings comes to a close. And what a innings did he play? Abdul Rauf got Rana Naeem, bowled Samay Srivastav for 46 of just 15 balls. 5 sixes and 3 fours. What a spectacular innings.
6 overs gone, Bousher busters 68 for 3.
Bowling change, left arm round.
Yes, copy. Bousher busters 68 for 3 in 6 overs, needing 2 more runs for victory. Adnan Ilyas on crease. Adnan, the experienced player in the team, one of the most experienced cricketers.
Wide.
A wide ball, and it's been raining wides, I would say.
Well, this is really not good bowling from Qurum Thunders. They did not perform with the bat, and now with the ball, they've also shown below par performance. Bowling extras in a low total that they're defending doesn't look good on them. This time, played just chipped it towards the sweeper cover. The fielder is inside the circle. Just one more run needed. Tied the scores are for Bousher Busters.
Adnan still on strike. Goes for a cross bat, and that's victory for Bousher Busters. A easy, convincing victory for Bousher Busters over Qurum Thunders.
Well, 70, that's the score that was needed, and they've comfortably chased that down in 6.2 overs, losing 3 wickets, courtesy some brilliant hitting from the bat of Ataur Rauf. Of course, Adnan Ilyas scoring those winning runs and taking Bousher Busters towards their first victory in this fan code Oman D10. Bousher Busters have won the game and won it comfortably in the end. So handshakes all around, a lot of thinking to do for Qurum Thunders. Of course, they're missing some star players, but that should not stop them from coming out and putting on a show. They've got the bench strength that is needed, a lot of talent in all these 8 teams, but you need to come out and perform to your absolute best.
Two of the most experienced Omani cricketers, they walking back after a satisfying victory, Sufyan Mahmood and Adnan Ilyas, and the teams coming out to do the handshakes, leading Prithvi, congratulating the 2 batsmen, and then the teams shaking hands. A great spirit of camaraderie, and that's what is most important in such thrilling tournaments.
That's right, yes. Of course, early days. It's just the second game of the fan code Oman D10. SkyExchange.net presents fan code Oman D10. And let's quickly check at the batting scorecard of this second innings. Bousher Busters, Prithvi Machi giving them the start. 11 runs of 9 deliveries. Asif Khan, 2 of 2, 7 of 12 for Adnan Suleri, was there till the end. Abdul Rauf, what a great performance coming from the bat of Rauf. 46 of just 15 deliveries, and was almost very close towards that 50-run mark. Not to be chasing that total 70 in 6.2 overs.
Nothing much for the Qurum Thunder bowlers. Muniz Ansari picking 1 for 27, Ganesh Chandrasekhar 1 for 11, and Samesh Srivastava 1 for 16. Rana Naeem and Ayyappa went wicketless, and it was an easy victory.
That's right, 4 extras in that, and 70 is what they managed to get in that 6.3 overs. Let's quickly check on that big start that they got. Of course, the early breakthrough, and then came some good-looking shots from the bat of Prithvi Machi. But it was all about Rauf. Once Prithvi Machi fell and went back into the dugout, Rauf took the charge and the responsibility of scoring those runs, not only quickly, but also some clean hitting from the bat of Abdul Rauf.
Yeah, Abdul Rauf was spectacular. He hit all across the park. There were some mighty lusty hits, and never felt that he had any discomfort against any of the bowlers of Qurum Thunder.
Well, that one over changed the game of the face of the game. Of course, that very expensive over from Muniz Ansari. Samesh Srivastava trying to get those wickets in the death as well, but it was a little too late. That was the wicket of Abdul Rauf, Ataullah Rauf, who was caught at long off. But in the end, it was good news for Bousher Busters, who win this first game for themselves and get those 2 vital points. Qurum Thunder scoring 69 in their allotted 10 overs after losing 8 wickets, and that was never going to be enough. Jahan Zeb scoring 18 of 11. He was the top scorer. Bilal Muhammad was the pick of the bowlers, getting 3 wickets. In fact, 3 wickets for just 2 runs. Mehdi Hassan getting 2 and conceded 8 runs as well. Abdul Rauf in reply, absolutely scoring a bulk of the runs, 46 of just 15 deliveries. Putri Machi scoring 11 of 9. Munis Ansari, 1 wicket for him. Ganesh Chandrasekhar, 1 wicket for him. And Samay Srivastav also getting a wicket. But that runs, the first innings runs were never going to be enough for Qurum Thunders to defend that total. Bousher Busters winning the game by 7 wickets. Well, it's an ITW Prod G production. We are bringing you live scenes from this beautiful venue, Oman Cricket Academy. We'll just take a small little break and be back with the post-match presentation for this game.
कवर के सरण कन्न डल ले विनती
So welcome back. We are, as we promised, we are back with the match summary and also the post-match presentation in just a little bit. But Qurum Thunders in that first inning scoring 69 runs, and that was never going to be enough. Jahanzeb scoring 18 of 11. In reply, Abdur Rauf scoring 46 of 15 deliveries, and Munis Ansari, Ganesh Chandrasekhar and Samay Srivastav getting 1 wicket apiece. Bousher Busters in the end winning by 7 wickets. Now, it's time for us to head to the post-match presentation where we've got Mikhail Vaswani along with the man of the match and also the guests.
Well, this match had only one team written all over. It was Bousher Busters. They were clinical with both bat and ball. They came out with intent and executed all their plans fantastically well. Qurum Thunders, winning the toss, decided to bat first. They got 69 for 8. They were restricted to a very small total in this T10 contest. And then in the chase, it was done comfortably with Abdul Rauf Khan getting some quick runs to ensure that Bousher Busters registered their first points in this T10 tournament as they went on to win this fixture by 7 wickets. In the presentation area, I have with me Mr. Azad KR, who will be giving away the man of the match medallion as well. And it goes to a very fine bowling performance by a young man who bowled fast, was hostile and got 3 wickets and gave away only 2 runs in 2 overs. It's Bilal Shah. Bilal, what a performance this has been. He broke the back of the Thunders and ensured that they don't go ahead in this particular game. What a performance. Clearly a captain's bowler. Bilal, ओमान की सीनियर टीम के लिए बिलाल खान कुछ कर रहे हैं, इधर आप बिलाल कुछ कर रहे हैं. बिलाल नाम में ही कुछ जादू लग रहा है.
जी सर बिल्कुल सबसे पहले तो मैं अल्लाह का शुक्र अदा कर रहा हूँ कि अल्लाह ताला ने मेरे से अच्छे मैच में परफॉर्मेंस किया और जी बिल्कुल बिलाल खान आउटस्टैंडिंग परफॉर्मेंस कर रहा है उसने आउटस्टैंडिंग जॉब की अपनी थैंक यू
राइट 3 विकेट्स फॉर 2 रन्स आप बहुत तेज डाल रहे थे आज वो ग्रंट भी आपको सुनाई दे रहा था पॉइंट ऑफ डिलीवरी पे कैप्टन ने क्या कहा था आपको
जी हाँ कैप्टन ने यही बताया था कि सिचुएशन के हिसाब से बॉल कर जितना मैं डॉट बॉल करने के लिए जा रहा था वही कोशिश था कि जितने डॉट बॉल करूँ और फील्ड के मुताबिक करूँ इस वजह से अल्लाह ताला ने सक्सेस दे दी
राइट शॉर्ट बॉल को एक प्लॉय था जो आपने अडॉप्ट किया इस मैच के लिए
जी बिल्कुल मेरा प्लान था कि स्लो वन बाउंसर भी करूँ पास बाउंसर भी करूँ और याकर भी करूँ सारे और वही प्लान के हिसाब से बॉलिंग की और रिजल्ट आ गया
राइट आपने बहुत बेहतरीन बॉलिंग की ऑल द वेरी बेस्ट होप टू सी मोर सच परफॉर्मेंस इन द कमिंग डेज एज वेल गुड लक बिलाल Right, so Bilal Shade, 3 for 2 for him in this first encounter of Bousher Busters against Qurum Thunders. It's over to the commentators.
Thank you, Mikhail. Yes, what a great performance that has been from Bilal Shah, getting those 3 wickets and giving away just 2 runs. Now, let's quickly check those matches that are lined up for you tomorrow. We've got 4 matches, so a lot of action coming your way. Make sure you have your calendars free for this exciting day and enthralling day of cricket lined up right here from Oman Cricket Academy. Match number 3, Kuwait Warriors taking on Gubra Giants. That starts live at 4 p.m. Match number 4 is Rui Rangers taking on Bousher Busters, who are a very confident-looking Bousher Busters with that win tonight. Match number 5, Qurum Thunders taking on Darset Titans. Both these teams are really top teams, and you will expect a strong fight amongst these two teams. And number 6 match for the 4th game of the evening is going to be Amerat Royals taking on Azeba 11. So a lot of action coming your way live from Oman Cricket Academy. Make sure that you tune in right in time so that you don't miss any of the action. From all of us here in at the Oman Cricket Academy and from ITW Prod G Productions, it's good night and God bless.